Oh, we back at it again. Time to learn you something. Here are 50 amazing facts to blow your mind. Macaques possess the right vocal anatomy to perform human speech, only lacking the intelligence in order to do so. Tumbleweeds are not indigenous to North America and were likely not around during the Wild West. Due to fires and poor archiving and storage methods, approximately 90% of films from the silent era, for example 1890s to 1920s, are lost. The only letter not used in the periodic table is the letter J. The law of triviality states that individuals give disproportionate weight to trivial issues. We're talking about spilt milk, people, come on now. Before the Civil War, there were 8,000 different kinds of money in circulation in the United States. The same banknote had different value depending on location. There's a Japanese concept of wa, in which everyone strives to prioritize the development of the society over the individual. It's seen as a fundamental aspect of Japanese society. Approximately 2,600 years ago in China, an ill king was predicted by a prophet that he won't live to eat the next harvest. When he was later presented with the new harvest and was ready to eat it, he remembered the prediction and killed the seer, but then felt a stomachache before eating, went to the bathroom, fell in, and died. Davion Johnson, an 11-year-old boy from Muskogee, Oklahoma, saved a fellow student from choking and pulled a disabled woman from a burning house, all in the same day. He got the key to the city as a reward. Hugh Laurie shot his audition tape for House in a bathroom in Namibia because that was the only room with enough light. The reason why old sports photos often have a blue haze is because the arenas were filled with people smoking cigarettes. Buzz Aldrin was supposed to be the first man to walk on the moon instead of Neil Armstrong, but NASA was forced to change their plans because they built the lunar module so that the pilot, Aldrin, would be seated farther from the door than Armstrong. Obesity results in more chronic health issues overall than smoking, drinking, and poverty. While all of the listed issues harm health, it was found that obesity was linked to a wider array of chronic health issues. Redheads in Australia are often nicknamed blueies. Some bodybuilders buy breast milk on the internet as they believe it helps them bulk up, but there's no proof that it does. The largest and most expensive animatronic Disney developed, the Yeti in Expedition Everest, is stuck in stationary mode as the cement supporting the Yeti isn't perfect, and Disney doesn't want to risk the animatronic moving and falling on guests. Willie Nelson is a 5th degree black belt in Gong Kwang Yu Sul and a 2nd degree black belt in Taekwondo. The only non-tuplets, 9 babies, to survive birth were born in 2021 in Morocco to parents from Mali. They were all healthy and thriving. They were reportedly naturally conceived and born in Morocco instead of Mali due to the better chance of survival in Morocco. Dude, that's like pushing 9 watermelons just... Whew. New York City didn't use trash bins until they recently introduced them to combat notorious rat infestation and rancid smells. In women's Olympic gymnastics, under the perfect 10 scoring system, 7 female gymnasts attained a perfect 10. The scoring system was changed in 2006, and no one has been awarded a perfect score since. Frosting and icing on a cake isn't simply for decoration or flavor. It actually prevents the cake from drying out by sealing in the moisture. A Tim Hortons employee was arrested for selling drugs in 2000 after the store manager noticed that some drive-thru customers were ordering 15 packs of donuts. It was a code since Tim Hortons doesn't even sell 15 packs. Professional wrestler Kane is the current mayor of Knox County, Tennessee. In 2000, 3 teenagers working at a New York State Thruway Burger King tampered with food for over 8 months, adding spit, urine, and even oven cleaner. In the early 20th century, Punjabi men who immigrated to California ended up marrying Mexican women due to shared cultural similarities and legal constraints on interracial marriage. This led to a unique Punjabi Mexican-American community where elements of both cultures blended. Scientists at the Allen Telescope Array always keep champagne in their fridge in case they find signs of extraterrestrial life. What, they trying to party with aliens? Shoot, ET phone home, you know what I'm saying? Let's pop a bottle. Citizens in Estonia are given an ID card that includes a public-private key pair, allowing users to cryptographically sign digital documents. Despite the popular belief that women weren't allowed to watch the ancient Olympics because athletes competed naked, only married women couldn't actually attend the competition. Unmarried women were welcome, and the priestess of Demeter even had a privileged spot. World-renowned swimmer Michael Phelps considered becoming a professional golfer after he retired from swimming, and also holds the world record for the longest televised putt at 159 feet. Harvard scientists managed to store a GIF animation of a galloping horse in the DNA of bacteria. Also, yes, I said GIF. I don't care if the creator of it calls it a GIF. It's not peanut butter, man. The creator of RC Cola developed his own formula because a Coca-Cola salesman refused to give him a reduced price for buying the syrup in bulk. In a double-blind test, professional violinists preferred the sound of a modern violin over a multi-million-dollar Stradivarius violin. Instead of using CGI, Tim Burton opted to use real squirrels in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. The squirrels were used for 10 months, and the filming was supervised by the American Humane Association to make sure none of the squirrels experienced distress. Speaking of squirrels, they can theoretically survive a fall from almost any height due to their size and mass. Pink Floyd's The Wall is designed as an endless loop. The final track, Outside the Wall, ends with Isn't This Where, and the album starts with We Came In, continuing the last song's melody, highlighting the cyclical theme of water's concept. Rachel Reynolds has been a model on The Price is Right for over 20 years, and is the only cast member remaining from the Bob Barker era. People actually used to do their laundry in the Old Faithful geyser in Yellowstone National Park. They would put their clothes in the geyser, and it would erupt with clean clothes. From 1988 to 2016, the maker of sriracha sauce, Hugh Fong Foods, sourced all their peppers from a single supplier based solely on a verbal agreement, sealed with a nod and a handshake, no contracts or lawyers. The Boötes Void is a sphere in the universe that contains only 60 galaxies in a cylinder through the middle, when typically there are around 2,000. Captain Planet was originally going to be voiced by Tom Cruise. He even recorded a few episodes, but they never made it to air. One of the reasons Target Canada failed was because some of the items wouldn't fit on the shelves properly. This was due to item dimensions being entered into their system in inches rather than centimeters. Gosh dang metric system? America! The Isle of Man TT, the world's deadliest race, has been happening annually since 1908, and only twice, 1982 and 2024, has nobody died. In 2004, a starquake was detected, which was so powerful that if the star was located within 10 light years of Earth, it would have likely caused a mass extinction. During the 1996 Olympics, Atlanta restaurant The Varsity sold a pin featuring onion rings arranged in the shape of Olympic rings. The International Olympic Committee felt that this was trademark infringement and had the pins banned and confiscated. Yes, we all love the Olympics. Yes. Coffee can only be grown commercially in 2 US states, California and Hawaii. 90% of coffee consumed in the US is imported, mostly from South America. When Roman Emperor Nero's wife died, he found a boy named Sporus, a boy who resembled her, had his testicles removed, and had him appear in public as his wife. The youngest world leader in history was King Alfonso XIII, who assumed the position in 1886 at 0 days old. Yes, a baby making decisions. That's a great idea. In 2016, Ryan Reynolds surprised terminally ill cancer patient and Deadpool superfan Conor McGrath with the first screening of Deadpool in his hospital room. Ryan called him the funniest potty-mouthed Canadian mercenary I'd ever met, and they became friends before Connor sadly passed away weeks later. A 13-year-old named Karanbir Chima, who was allergic to cheese, died after a piece of cheese was thrown at him by a classmate in 2017. Romania tops alcohol consumption per person at 16.9 liters annually. This is significantly higher than the US, which is at 9.97. Contrarily, countries like Afghanistan and Libya have the lowest consumption rates at 0.01 and 0.03 liters. And that's it. If you guys are glad 50 Amazing Facts is back, give it a like, please leave a comment below, and of course share this if you really enjoyed it. And be sure to follow me on all the things, links are in the description, and I will see you guys back here very soon. Peace.